Hello, this is David, and welcome to Equity Story. I apologise the video so late tonight. We've just been extremely busy, obviously looking at different stocks and quite a few companies actually presenting to us at the moment at Equity Story. But just having a look at the ASX 200 on a daily chart. Although the price action was a little bit down today, we were sort of slightly in the red. I think we're holding above that sort of really short-term aggressive trend line. So at the moment, we've got no issues with this sort of price action, and as long as we're trending in this sort of fashion, there's no reason why obviously we can't keep putting out trends and hopefully pulling out obviously more profits out of the market. Just having a quick look at what we're trending at the moment. Obviously, it's pretty. We're actually in some pretty sort of so-called boring sort of top 5 trending type stocks. Obviously Bapcor, in profits and it's looking good. GAHC, just in profits, it's looking absolutely fantastic. Vocus, a little bit more wobbly of late, but again, looks absolutely fine. I mean, this is all we do at Equity Story, really, is put you in these great little stories, these great trends going up, and it's not rocket science, but it's why we've sort of earned more than 60-70% returns on the ASX 200 stocks over the last 2 years, which is absolutely extraordinary. More of a smaller cap we put on a trend the other day. Again, why wouldn't you buy that? This is what we say when we see these great charts. Why wouldn't you buy that? Superloop certainly looks really exciting. It really does look to me like the market has woken up to the Superloop story. FPH, again, absolutely stunning trend. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. GMG, Goodman Group, obviously in profits there, and I really like the way it's sort of just looped up. Got a nice little buy signal. I think this is heading towards that 770, 780 level. And CBA, a little slightly different trend we put on the other day. We believe there's a little bit of reversal and possibly happening in the banks, and so we put that as a trend. So to see why this graph's not coming up. Doesn't want to come up CBA for some reason. It's probably too late at night for there you go, for the banks. And it's just what we do believe. Hopefully, there's a little bit of reversal here on these banks, and we can get a nice little trend out of them. What I'd like to say is obviously the 3-year growth stories have been giving us a lot of excitement today. GTK, I don't know if you all know GTK. A lot of you are in the stock. We put this on around sort of 280. I think it's looking really, really bullish. We're hoping the other day it might just reverse a little bit, so we get it around this sort of $3 level. But again, it's 320. I think you got to pay 328 for it. So it looks like the market is really starting to wake up to this exciting little story, and it's up. Today it was up about 3.23%, and I think by the looks of it, I think tomorrow's going to have another good day. Possibly, how would you say this? Possibly the market's sort of implying that the report is going to be pretty bullish, which should hopefully be coming out sometime in the next week or so. Another really interesting story is QMS Media. This is a 3-year growth story. We put out just under $1, and then had a pretty good run up, and then for a while it sort of traded sideways, and now again it's just poked its head above. So I mean, that price action's excellent. And QMS Media hasn't really, two of its cousin stocks, which are OML, just look at the trend of OML, absolutely fantastic, and we have trended that one and made good money out of it. And APO, another stock we've trended before and made good money out of it. Both these stocks have actually traded a lot better than QMS Media. However, hopefully the times are changing, and QMS Media is starting to get a nice little move started on the stock. I do think this is the classic takeover target as well. I think the big brother and sister OML and APO must be really interested in this company. Again, Catapult, we're up at 100% on Catapult now. We put this, we've introduced this stock around in January for around $2. It's trading at $4.13, and if you look at it on that short-term chart, it doesn't look like there's any stopping it. It looks absolutely fantastic. and yeah, it's got a little buy signal, so I'm expecting this to go on with it and maybe even have a look at that sort of 440 level. But again, it does look absolutely stunning, and looks very, very strong. As does Adasol. Looking at Adasol on the sort of shorter term, really I thought the trend was going to pull back, and I thought it was going to go back to around this sort of 250 level. But again, a good price action today, and really bounced up absolutely beautifully, trading now about 314. The way it's looking now, it looks like it's going to retest that sort of 340 level. So again, this is another company. We're up around 35, 40% on Adasol, and it's a very, very exciting story, and part of what I think is one of the best 3-year growth portfolios in the market, and that's the Equity Story 3-year growth. And so many of our stocks up 100% and 50 and 60, 70%, and they're doing so well. One stock I'd like to have a little chat about tonight is BWX. We are up since we put this on at 4.30 in good profits, and we have suggested all along, really, we believe this stock is going a lot higher over the next 3 years. Did have a little pullback today. Didn't quite perform as the market believed. However, to be honest, here at Equity Story, we're very, very bullish on this company. You look at the great success that Bellamy's has had over the last sort of year and a half, and a lot of that success is on their baby food formula. Basically, the Chinese not trusting their own products, where unfortunately in the past there's been some serious deaths and illness with local sort of baby formulas. But natural soaps are I think a huge growth industry, and I think they found 98 soaps in the last few years with cancerous products in them, and I think BWX is also just introducing a new baby range of soaps. I think this is a really exciting story, and we saw their revenue growth as actually being very strong with their top brand Suakin, and we believe I think their growth of the Suakin brand was up sort of around 40%, which is extraordinary, because they're not really pushing it yet in a direct way into China. Now they've just signed a deal with 2 major sort of houses where they're going to be really dealing and selling the Suakin brand a lot more directly into China. Plus the fact the deal they signed with Boots in the UK to obviously sell the Suakin brand. I think BWX is going to really surprise over the next 2 years to the upside, and I think they flagged themselves a 30% profit growth next year due to their venture into Asia and UK and other countries around the world. I do believe BWX is going to do a lot better than that. So yes, it's gone down a bit, level at 480, but certainly we see this as a good buying opportunity, and maybe if it goes a little bit lower, even 450, even better buying opportunity. We are believers in the story, and I think over the next 3 years, we believe this company is going to do very, very well. Another company that's actually given us another little bit of a headache in a different way is MOY. We're up over 250% since we put this stock on. We put it on about 11 cents. We took profits, sold half, I think is around sort of 26, and the story keeps going, and it looks like the way it's going, this company is obviously headed towards that sort of 50 cents level. It's on a forward P of around 3 or 4. The drill results, they're finding gold everywhere. I think it's possibly still good value even at these levels. So again, we're absolutely thrilled with the price performance of MOY. If you are in it, we don't have any issues with people taking a little bit of profits off the table. In fact, it's a really sensible thing to do. However, I wouldn't sell it all, because I do believe Millennium has got further to run. Anyway, that's all I've got to say tonight on Equity Story. I'd like to thank you for listening to us, and I look forward to bringing you this report tomorrow night. Thank you and good night.